Hello. My name is Eel. I play video games. And by video games, I mean I play two video games, League of Legends and Magic the Gathering. I do not make content regularly ever, so don't even bother. This video is going to be me playing a Vintage Cube League, which, if you don't know, is a format called Cube. It's a limited format that's available only on mtgo. And so the reason why I was interested in recording myself playing it is because it should actually be pretty easy to make. So I might end up making more of these because they're pretty easy to edit. But the main reason is I I want to win some leagues, and I've been playing just a little bit about me. I've been playing since like 2010, like original Zendikar. So I've been playing this game for a long time, and I'm like pretty good at it, I think. But I've only gotten one trophy yet this league, and I've drafted like great decks. So I think that if I record myself and I walk myself through what I'm doing, I will inadvertently play better. And even if I don't play better, then I can go back and watch it and kind of be like, oh, that was a stupid decision. I should have done this differently. So hopefully we do well. And if I don't do well, hopefully this process helps me learn and get better. So we're just gonna start. All right, first pack. There's some good cards. I love mono red. So seeing a lightning bolt, I have in the past just taken like lightning bolt first pick and then just force mono red because no one's usually in mono red from the start. And I find that if you just cut mono red super hard from the start in like pack one, then like packs two and three, you can kind of prioritize taking cards like smuggler's copter, and other cards, and then the mono red cards will just wheel back. But I don't think that's like what you're supposed to do. I think the pick is probably Coalition Relic. It's just really good in every deck. It's mana fixing, it ramps. The other things I'm looking at are like Polluted Delta, blue fetches are really nice, and you usually want to prioritize taking lands because they're gonna end up in your deck. Like there's a lot of power. Gideon's also really good, but I think I'm just gonna go with Coalition Relic. Okay, pack two. Immediately I'm looking at Grave Titan. Grave Titan is really nice because if you get it onto the field, it immediately gives you 10 power. And unless they wrath, if they just like kill Grave Titan, you still have 4 power left over. And everybody get an attack. It just basically diversifies your threats more than other threats. But Course of Portal is really nice and also goes in most decks. It's just basically draw an extra card during each of your turns. Karn I've been less impressed with over time. Not my favorite. Goblin Realm Master would be nice in mono red, which I wouldn't mind playing. But the other thing to consider, Tezzeret's nice with Coalition Relic, but so is Course of Portal, and I'd rather take Course of Portal earlier. I really want to take Grave Titan. It's also like the only good black card in the pack, but I think the correct pick is Coercive Portal because it leaves us the most open. Third pack is a Shrine of Burning Rage. Every single time I draft, I'm like, oh, I should have just played mono red. I love mono red. Um, I've noticed there's not a ton of green coming around, so these cards would be cool in mono green. Drawing trickster cards and just ramp helps you with splash colors, but the fact that Primal Command's like the first big green spell makes me think someone's already in green, so that's probably not a good idea. We did just pass Grave Titan, but there is two great black cards here. Uh, I'm not a huge fan of Mirari Conjecture. Armageddon's actually pretty good in artifact mana decks, as well as mono white, and Thraben and Spectre being here also makes things good. The other option is just Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice it would be good in a red or a blue deck. I think it's the pick. Yeah, I mean, Control Magic's already in here. Unfortunately, past Grave. If we took Grave Titan, I would totally take Necromancy or Inquisition. It's a great reanimation target, but I think I'm just gonna take Fire and Ice. Just more get it. Seeing Gristlebrand means that Reanimator's super open. Reanimator's normally open, so that's not like a huge shocker. But um, if we were to take in Grave Titan, reanimate Gristlebrand, we'd be in a great place. Also, Damnation's in this pack, so Skyclave Apparition is actually really strong, but I don't think we're gonna be playing white. I really am looking at Boros Signet and Time Warp. So if we play the artifact deck, it's probably more important that we take Signet. I think I like taking Signet also because it leaves Time Warp, Frantic Search, and Snapcaster as possible blue cards we could wheel. Um, Goldspan Dragon, I actually don't hate. I would take Goldspan Dragon if it comes back, but I think you just want Boros Signet. This also, if Armageddon comes back, this gives us white. Deck has Armageddon. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna take Signet. Okay. Okay. I really like Faithless Looting in pretty much any deck. It's just a very cheap way to churn through your deck. Usually what happens in Vintage Cube is it's not like you don't have cards to deal with the cards on the battlefield. They're just not in your hand. That's usually what happens. Like there's path in this format. There's banishing light effects. There's ways to kind of stop everything. It's a pretty balanced format. But a lot of times what happens is it's just not in your hand. That being said, Inkwell Leviathan is an artifact card. If we do play artifacts, it would go well if we get Tinker. Nahiri's great with Armageddon because it is a planeswalker that'll just sit there and not die. I think I like Nahiri better than Faithless Looting. Okay. So there's Omnath, which honestly, the way our deck looks, this could be an Omnath deck. Omnath is really good with fetches though, and you usually want big mana plays. I don't super like library in this format, and especially since we're gonna be maybe 3+ colors, I don't super like a colorless land. And if you mull, it's just a nightmare. I'm not a huge fan of library. I think Season Permanencer is also really good too. Again, it helps with churning like Faithless Looting does, but it can also help against aggro decks by just giving you a board if you don't mind discarding some action. I think Omnath probably won't come back, but I think I like Season Pyromancer better than Omnath. Okay. Again, more reanimation cards. Unfortunately, we're not playing Reanimator, and I think passing that many Reanimator cards, it's kind of stupid to go into now. Academy Runes goes well with with a Lotus effect or with Mindslaver, but we don't have either of those cards, and it's not even like that broken. Relic actually is good against certain matchups, and if we are playing the artifact deck, it helps. I think though I'd rather take Wildfire. This would be a good Wildfire, with the exception of like Season Pyromancer. If you have a lot of your mana coming from artifacts and then you Wildfire and they have to sacrifice 4 lands and route their board, there's a lot of decks that just can't come back from that. So I think I'm taking Wildfire. Uh, this is not a mana flare deck, I don't think. That would be really reckless. I think it's Lotus Bloom. Lotus Bloom is an artifact. It helps us cast Wildfire. It is kind of mana fixing. And if we're like an upheaval deck, it helps us do a lot. You can just float the mana and cast upheaval. The other option would be Dismember. It's just really cheap removal. It does cost a lot of life though, so it's not the best against aggro. But I think I'm just gonna take Lotus Bloom. So this is pack 1. I wish I could remember what's missing. We first picked Coalition out of this pack. But getting Emery is fine. Emery plus Lotus Bloom doesn't work, I don't think. You may cast that card. Can I cast a Suspend? I mean, it's usually really good with like regular Black Lotus because it just turns into tap at 3 mana your mana pool. But I think I like that better than Showdown. Showdown's been interesting. I've played with it a few times, but it's not my favorite, and I think it's at its best in aggro decks. So great reanimation target. We're not playing green blue. Tezzeret's a great pick. I'm just gonna pick Tezzeret probably. It works well with our artifact mana. It can tutor out Lotus Bloom by -0 because its converted mana cost is 0, even though it doesn't have a casting cost. So I think I'm just taking Tezzeret. Armageddon Tanglewire. I think I'm taking Armageddon. It's a great way to just randomly win the game against certain people if they don't have interaction, especially if they're playing like a tap out control deck and you can snag them before turn 5. It's huge. The other option would be Tanglewire. I do really like Tanglewire, but I think Armageddon's gonna be more fun. I don't think we're playing any of these cards, so I'll take the land. Inkwell. I think we're just taking Inkwell. We might get a Tinker later on. That would be good. I'll take the land. And that pack was the one with the Omnath, so we didn't get Omnath back. But that's okay. I don't think this is an Omnath deck. So things we're looking for, I need mana fixing and I need signets. Those would be probably the two best. Oh, this pack is good. Come on. Uh, Immediately the first thing I noticed was Azorius Signet. It's kind of exactly what we described. It helps us ramp. It's artifact mana. Steam Vents is also really good mana fixing. Although the only double spell we have now, well, I mean Wildfire and Tezzeret, but they're higher up on the mana curve. So really hitting double red on turn 3 would be the only unlucky. But the other thing is Ponder. Ponder is just really good. 1 mana cantrips. It lets you see potentially up to 4 cards. It can really help you dig. I think I'm gonna pick Signet just because it's double on color. If this is an off color Signet, I probably pick Ponder, but this helps us cast Nahiri along with Boros Signet, so it's gonna make the mana fixing on the third color is really easy. But then again, we may not even be playing. Wait, I think I'm gonna take Signet. I do really like Ponder though, but we could always get Preordain later. It's less likely that we get another on color Fetch, on color Signet. And right as I say that, there's Is It Signet, which is really good for our deck. There's also 2 other cards that I'm really looking at in Karn Liberated Mindslaver. These are great payoffs for having a lot of mana. Karn answers any permanent with its -3, and it's also a great way if you're behind on life and you're afraid they're gonna top deck a burn spell, you can restart the game and usually that's enough to beat certain aggro decks. Mindslaver is also really good in the artifact deck. Oh, there's Duretti too. I'm pretty sure we have to take Mindslaver. Duretti is really good with Mindslaver. It lets you just recycle Mindslaver. Usually Mindslavering once is enough to win the game. Doing it twice is really brutal. But taking that over Karn or a double on color Signet. The issue is we're only gonna get 2 cards out of this pack. I think because I already have double Signet, I'm supposed to forego Is It Signet. As much as it hurts me, I think Mindslaver is the pick. The other, hopefully we reel Duretti. We're probably not going to reel Karn. Getting Is It Signet back would be really nice too. Uh, Imperial Recruiter gets Emery and Season Pyromancer. I don't super like that. That would be nice if we get Goblin Boulder, whatever, the 1-drop that swaps Mindsaver from the graveyard. Gilded Lotus, I think is really good in this deck. The only issue is that bribery sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, it's just 5 mana win the game. It's a really good effect to just be able to, especially in this format with people having Gristlebrand's their deck. And it's not like you get it for a turn, you get it permanently, and you get their enter the battlefield effects too. We can cast it turn 4 off Coalition Relic. If we take their huge creature and then just like nuke all the lands, we just win. I think Gilded Lotus though is more concise to what we're trying to do with Wildfire and such. So also bribery's not fun. All right, I'm taking Gilded Lotus. I don't know if that's correct, but I think it's close. I'm looking at Batterskull. Batterskull's an artifact. It helps a lot against the aggro matchups. If we do have excess mana, it's basically unkillable. This is not a 1,000-Year Storm deck. Goblin Dark Dwellers right now just grabs Fire and Ice out of our graveyard, which I don't think is good enough. If we had Time Walk, I'd consider it. The other option is Stone Coil. Stone Coil is nice because it fits at any point in the mana curve, and it's actually a great option for protecting Planeswalkers because there's a lot of tokens and it has reach, and a lot of people forget that. It's protected from multicolored, which isn't the most relevant, but it does come up. So I think it's between Batterskull and Stone Coil. I think I'd prefer Stone Coil, actually. It fits it anywhere on the mana curve, so we can play it like turn 2 against aggro or something. I think we can take Stone Coil. All right, I love Spell Pierce. I think Spell Pierce, but Glorybringer, I love Glorybringer too. And Revoker is really good. Cheap interaction is really, really important in Vintage Cube because people are doing broken things. So cards like Spell Pierce that are just efficiently priced in a way that you can interact for a very low amount of mana is very huge. You can win an entire game off of 1 Spell Pierce on their crucial reanimation spell or something. I love Glorybringer. It might come back though. We get 3 cards back out of this pack, and it also doesn't super fit our theme as far as artifacts. Phyrexian Revoker is really good. It can answer Planeswalkers. It can stop their signets, so that way our Wrath is better, or our Armageddon's better, but it dies to Wildfire. I think I'm just going to take Spell Pierce. Our deck doesn't have a ton of interaction right now, and I think stopping the Degenerate decks is going to be something that we'll need help with. In this pack is Through the Breach would be interesting. I don't think anyone else is playing Sneak and Show, but we're definitely playing the Artifact deck as of now. So Solemn would kind of help with that. It is funny that we pass Batterskull and then Stoneforge comes around, but that's not really what we're doing. Kadoltho Forge Master kind of does nothing. Since they took Berserker Greaves out a while ago, I don't ever see really a reason to play it. It's super inefficient. Unless you can get what's it called? Bolus's Citadel, that would probably be worth it, but Solemn helps us get more lands into play, which might be worthwhile. Torrential right now just grabs Spell Pierce and whatever, but it is a good upper mana payoff. A 6 mana 5/6 with Flash. If we get, I'm just gonna take Solemn. I think Solemn's better. Ooh, interesting. Why is Shelldock going this late? Is no one playing blue? Strangler's Copter is really good in pretty much every deck. We are playing Artifacts, so that would be beneficial for us. Shelldock is really good because in limited your decks only have 40 cards, so it's much easier, and you're starting with 7 cards, so you're starting at 33 and people are drawing, people are milling, people are fetching, whatever, so it's really easy to cast the card off with Shelldock. It's a great way to cheat things into play or play things at like weird times, like flashing in a creature that doesn't have flash. The other option is just Sacred Foundry. It helps with casting Nahiri, but honestly, I'm not even sure that we're playing Nahiri, so I think it's between Swelling Copter and Shelldock, and I think I like Shelldock more. Usually, oh, that's good. We got Tolarian Academy. I actually would play Metalworker in this deck because you reveal cards. You reveal artifacts from your hand to add 2 for each, but you don't have to use the colorless mana for artifacts. So if we get like Upheaval or something, you can float that mana and use it to cast Upheaval so that you have more colored mana after the Upheaval goes off. But Tolarian Academy is a land that will definitely be played in my deck, and it's really good. We have a lot of great artifacts, especially lower, that are going to make it tap for a bunch of mana, and that's going to be really good. Especially like if you Wildfire and you sacrifice 4 lands and then you go ahead and play Tolarian Academy, you're going to be in a better spot because you're going to say you have like 2 signets in play, and then you get rid of all the lands and then you play Tolarian Academy. Your land taps for more mana than the land that your opponent's about to play, so it's a huge way to get a bunch of tempo. Trinket Mage currently grabs Lotus Bloom, which isn't amazing, but I think it's just the best card of this pack. I don't know how many mountains we're going to be playing for Koth, and everything else is off color except Lightning Helix, but I think I'm just going to take Trinket Mage. Why did this wheel? Oh my god. Okay, so someone took our Signet, which is fine, right? I thought someone would take the Signets and Karn. Duretti's really good with Mindslaver. It's also good with Lotus Bloom. The issue is Karn is like really good. Especially since we have Gilded Lotus, Solemn Simulacrum, Relic, we have ways of casting it. I think I really wish that I could have them both, but I think Karn's just more relevant. We don't really have a lot of removal. It's just gonna be more beneficial. I don't know why this card is in this cube. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it. I don't think it's good, but I'll take it. We're not playing any of these cards. Let's take Polyk. We're not playing any of these cards. There could be a strange world where we end up playing Birthing Pod. This is the pack that had Glorybringer in it, so we're not getting that back, unfortunately. Uh, I'm literally playing the Artifact deck, second to last pick, and I'm still not picking Kadoltha, so I just think that card is not very good ever, and I think it's way worse since they took up Berserker's Greaves. Pack 3. So we have like a half on color Signet with white. It's like a fourth on color at this point, honestly. Golos, it can grab Tolarian Academy or Shelldock, which I really like. It also ramps us closer to Karn, which I like. Phantasmal Image is a great card, 2 mana to copy anything. You could copy the enemy's Gristlebrand and then draw 7. It's good in a format that has these really scary creatures. I don't think Incinerate we're playing. Tundra would be a great option, but again, we kind of already have double Signet. Lotus Bloom is like kind of mana fixing, I guess. Gilded Lotus, Relic. I think I'm going to take Golos. We have getting Tolarian Academy is really good, but I think also being able to grab Shelldock and get more card advantage out of a ramp spell is like super unique and super valuable. So I think it's Golos here. We have a half on color Signet in Rakdos Signet, which I do like. We have Counterspell, which is really, really good. Again, cheap interaction is really important to doing well in this format. There's a lot of degenerate stuff going on. So being able to interact low on the mana curve with permanence and casting spells is really relevant. Repeal, I think Counterspell is just better than Repeal here. I mean, we don't. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why you take Winnable. But the other option is Sundering Titan. We are playing an artifact deck, but we don't have Tinker or anything. And I see Burning of Zinye. We would love to get that as a wheel. I don't think anyone's going to take it. I think one of these two cards will come back, which I'm very much interested in. So I think I'm just going to take Counterspell to be able to interact with our opponent. Interesting. I'm pretty sure like no one's playing blue. Force of Will is like first pickable because again, being able to interact with your opponent is so important, and being able to tap out and still be able to interact with your opponent is super super rare. It's only like Days Force of Will. But Days, you ask them to pay 1 mana. Force of Will, it's just guaranteed like you will be able to stop one thing that they try to do, and it doesn't even have to be non-creature. It can be casting any spell. It's super super strong. I actually wasn't a huge fan of this card when I saw that it got added, but I played against a few people that have played it, and it seems fine. Basalt Monolith would be a good pick if we did have Upheaval. We haven't seen Upheaval yet, and we're on the third pack, so I'm thinking we're probably not going to get an Upheaval, so we'll probably end up getting it back. Basalt Monolith isn't as good as Grim Monolith, which we did pass, but again, like a fourth on color Signet, I don't think that's the pick. I think I'm just taking Force of Will. Double off color Signet, not really what we're looking for. Show and Tell is kind of a trap. It's good to side in after game one against certain decks that are maybe playing aggro or something, and you know I show and tell, put a card into play, and they put in like a Hero of Blade Hold per se. That would be a good use of show and tell, but I don't think that we're a deck that really wants that. Frost Titan's good. It's not the best Titan. If this is Inferno Titan, I might take it. I think I'm just gonna take Needle Spires. It helps with our mana. That's pretty much it. It'll probably go in our deck. We already have 23 cards that we wouldn't mind playing, so I'm just gonna take the land. Why are these two in the same pack? One of these couldn't have been earlier. Come on. Urza is another Tolarian Academy. It's also card advantage, and it gives you a token immediately when it hits field. It's just a great card. It's really good. Cryptic Command is also really, really good. Being able to counter something and draw on its own is already really good, but being able to buy you an extra turn against an aggro deck by tapping their creatures, being able to make a tempo play by bouncing what they tapped out for and draw a card, Cryptic Command is just really, really good. Unfortunately, I think Urza is just too good. We're also kind of playing like 2.5 colors, so that triple blue with like barely any fixing is going to be a little difficult. I'm pretty sure Urza is just obscene. Uh, Interesting pack. Again, no upheaval. If we had upheaval in our deck, then Everflowing Chalice would be higher. Blightsteel's interesting. We could end up getting enough mana to cast it. We do have Gilded Lotus, Turn Academy, and it would be a decent search for a Nahiri, but Inkwell costs 3 less and is sometimes better against certain decks. Like if they're playing mono white, I'd rather have Leviathan in play because Blightsteel can just get pathed. That being said, we do have Breach in our deck, but I don't know that we have enough big boys. Ballista is kind of similar to Stonecoil, and you can play it at different points in the curve, and I think that versatility is going to be really beneficial for us. Interesting. I'm probably not going to be playing Blast Zone. Sphinx is an artifact threat that's a good target for Nihiri Ultimate, but being black mana does not make it very appetizing. I don't think I'm taking Fate's Fetters. Sowers surprised me. Sometimes it feels really bad because they just have like Lightning Bolt and it just does nothing. But other times, if they don't have a way to kill it, you can like really turn around a game. I kind of like taking Top here. It's a cheap artifact that fills up Tolarian Academy, Ugin and stuff. So we have 2 cards in our deck that make it tap for mana, and it's also, I think that's just good enough. Vensner is a great way to interact with the board. It buys a lot of tempo play, which is super super useful. Oh, you can bounce lands and stuff too. I don't think we're a Crystal deck. We don't have anything to benefit off that. Again, Thran Dynamo would be really good if we were playing like an upheaval deck, but I don't think we are. We're kind of like a lower to the ground artifact deck. And I think I like the interaction of Vensner earlier. If we get, I think the next pack is the one that has Caracas in it too. That's a good combo. Um, I think I'm just taking Vensner. We don't have a lot of answers, and that kind of does get us something. This pack is not great. We're not taking Packard or Wostrider, so Scar Mage is not really for this deck. I don't see us playing land tax, but maybe. Gideon's also just a great planeswalker. Our fixing isn't the best, but we do have double white signets, so that would help. It's something great to cast off Lotus. It buys us time. The other option would be like Incinerate, which I'm not in love with. I think I'm just gonna take Gideon. I think okay, yeah, this is the pack with Burning. I was really hoping to get Burning back. Since we're not playing a lot of creatures, like we'll probably end up cutting Season Pyromancer. I'm not even sure if I'm playing like Trinket Mage or whatever, but most of our curve are these threats like Nihiri, Gideon Jura, Karn, Inkwell, these things that kind of dodge Wildfire, and this is basically just another Wildfire, and I think that's just gonna be better than Sundering Titan. I like how I said like there's any card to take other than Basalt Monolith. I don't think we're playing Basalt Monolith though. Although maybe it does actually, because you can turn 3 here. I think we'll just take an off color segment, but I don't think we're playing it. Take Char, Downfall, and Sphinx. Our mana is really bad. But we do have like incidental fixing with like Boros Signet, we have Relic, Solemn, Golos. We do have fixing, right? Like we're not playing like literally 3 colors, and really the only white card we're playing, which maybe I wouldn't even play, is Nahiri. So that's always an option, but I'm not that worried about it. I think this deck is gonna be fine. We didn't get back Cryptic, which is fine. Getting a Black Lotus in this deck would have been really cool. We didn't see Upheaval, which I thought was, I don't think anyone took Upheaval, so I guess no one opened it. I don't think we're playing Pyromancer in this deck, and with no mana fixing, trying to guaranteed hit double red turn 2 is definitely sus. The benefit of like Fire Ice is that if I just prioritize blue mana, I should be able to cast Ice. I kind of don't like playing Gideon only because it's double white, but it is a great planeswalker and it does dodge burning, so maybe I am playing it. I don't know. So I'm going to take a snippet of the deck and then I'll see you in the first round. All right, we're in round 1 and I won the die roll, which is perfect. You love to see it. I'm going to tell our opponents to have fun. This hand does nothing. Usually the way that I used to play Vintage Cube is very aggressive mulligans, but I've learned that sometimes you just lose turn 2 and it's not worth going down a bunch of cards. We have all of our colors here, which I like, and we do have things that we could draw. So I think I'm just gonna keep it. We have a tap land to play on turn 1. It's not the most exciting hand, but I think it'll be fine. We have Solemn to ramp. We can Golos to grab Shelldock to get more action. I think we're gonna be okay. So opponent leads on Scalding Tarn. That basically means nothing. Do I want to conceal the fact that we're playing blue? Do I have any double blue? I have Urza? I might draw Counterspell next turn, in which case I will wish that I played an island. Also playing the island might make them afraid of me maybe having like Remand or Miscalc or something, which I don't have in my deck, but they don't know that I don't have that in my deck, so. They're playing Signet. I wonder if they took our Signet. I'll be pissed. We get a Ballista. I don't super see a reason to play it now as an X1. Especially since we get to hold up double blue now, which might make them think that we have Counterspell in our hand, which we don't. But I think I'm fine just passing. We get to Solemn next turn, followed by Golos. They're playing nothing. They're playing the same colors as us. Are you playing the same deck? Better not be. I'll be pissed. They do have double blue, so they could counter our Solemn, but them countering Solemn is really like completely fine, even if it's like Manatite or something. I'm not super afraid of them countering Solemn. Just Rams. It's not, the most relevant. Counter it, you won't. Miscog? Oh, Remand? I mean, that's kind of annoying, but we still get to keep the card. We're not really like trying to tempo them out. which is what Reman's really good at, is like just buying time. We're not really doing that, so if they don't play anything here, that's interesting. Trinket Mage. I don't see a reason to catch Trinket Mage now. Casting Golos would be fine, but we're not at 20 cards yet, and I'm worried that if they have like Miscalc or something, I'd rather get Solemn countered. So I think we're gonna play Plains. We're gonna hold up blue and cast Solemn. Resolves. Yes, I would like to search my library. I think I literally doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take Mountain. I'm gonna pass the turn. We don't have Spell Pierce in our hand, but leaving one blue up makes it seem like maybe we have Spell Pierce. They haven't cast anything yet, so I'm kind of intimidated. Their hand might just be like removal spell, removal spell, removal spell. They might be playing like Kiki Twin or something. And the rest of their deck is just like removal spells. Which would be good for us because we haven't done anything yet, so I would be okay with that. What we want to do next turn, I might just play Golos. It's an efficient use of our mana. The other option would be like Emery, see what's going on, and then maybe play Trinket. I don't hate that either. Looks like they're tapping out something. They're Fractured Identitying a Solemn. Interesting. That is fine with me. They could have gotten a lot of scary things, and that's not one of them. So, and now they only have one blue untapped. I think this is Ballista. Do I Wildfire here? They have a Signet in play, and I don't. So I feel like that's a bad idea. I can always do it later. Is there two? They had 2, 4, 6, 7. So you only had 6 mana last turn. Actually, them going for Solemn to me screams that they were trying to hit 7 mana. So maybe that would be a reason to Wildfire. They do get to draw a card. If I Wildfire, I would be left with 3 lands. Honestly, that might be fine. They do get to draw. They're left. You know what? I'm just gonna Wildfire. I'm crazy like that. I'm not like the other girls. All right. You want to cast Wildfire. They're tapped out too. This card could potentially get countered if they're playing that. So we have to sacrifice 4 lands. We want to keep a blue source at least. I think I'm just keeping a blue source here. I think we're just sacking like that. And then playing a mountain. I think probably I should have played the mountain first and then kept an additional island in case we draw Urza, but I didn't do that, so. The only downside, they do get to draw a card, and they do have an Is It Signet in play. So if they just go like land here, it's kind of sus, but buys us a lot of time. Them Fractured Identitying, what's it called? My ramp spell just made me think that they were really looking for lands. This is fine. I don't really have draw spells, so unless they wheel, that would be pretty bad. But Faithless Looting, are they playing a combo deck? They might be playing Breach. I think that's weird. A land off the top would be good. It's not a land. Honestly, this grabs Stone Coil, which I don't super want. This grabbing Lotus Bloom is actually probably fine. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. The other, it is a 2/2 as well. The other option would be playing like Emery or something. I think this makes more sense though. I wish this was a Black Lotus, but you know, we can always get what we want. This means in 3 turns we can have a chunk of mana. I think this is better than Stone Coil. We already have Ballista in our hand, so we already have things to cast in our hand. We just don't have the resources because I wildfired. Ancestral Vision. Uh-oh. They're nurse setting again. That's fine. Lightning Helix. Yeah, so I think their deck is just like removal spell, removal spell, removal spell. Which is fine. Our deck doesn't super care. Them Faithless Looting means that they can't cast Lightning Helix, which means I probably get to kill Narset, depending on what they do. Which is nice. Narset's an interesting card. It's kind of not that threatening until you have draw spells in your hand, or if they play a wheel effect where both players like discard their hands and draw set in. That's like super brutal because you only get to draw one card. They have Karakas, which is important. That's just gonna bounce Emery. Oh my god. They're playing okay, they're just Lightning Helix or Trinket Mage, which is just fine. They do have a bunch of lands I'm playing. We don't, which is not very sexy. I'm gonna auto yield to this. Hopefully this is land. Coalition Relic's actually fine. I like that. That's basically a land. And they're tapped out, so they can't counter it. The other option would be to play Emery, but they could just bounce it with Crocus, so I probably wouldn't do that. So I'd probably put Ballista on one, which is like really bad. I don't really want to be doing that. So I'm just gonna leave Coalition Relic in play. They were trying to hit what, 7 lands before? Mox, come on. Where's my Mox? 2/4. They have 6 mana. We do get to cast Golos or Tezzeret next turn. Hopefully this isn't something really bad. If this is like Frost Titan, that would be pretty brutal. So they could just tap down a Relic. They've decided they're not going to. Just float all your mana and pass a turn. Like, I know that's what you want to do. That's what they're doing. They're floating all their mana and then they're going to pass a turn. They don't want to cast the 4 cards in their hand, so. They already cast these 2 cards, so they can get rid of it. Bro, just cast it. You're weak. Maybe they think I have Spell Pierce. I don't. Not in my hand, at least. Elspeth Conquers Death. Oh, only I had Spell Pierce in my hand. They're just gonna nab Coalition Relic, which is basically like killing 2 lands, which is pretty brutal, and then they get to reanimate. Right now, nothing, right? Yeah, they don't get to reanimate anything. We're just gonna float mana. And fortunately, don't have anything. This also makes non-creature spells cost more the turn that Lotus Bloom comes down. So I'm going to be 1 mana short when Lotus Bloom comes down. So that's important. Not to get called out like that. We did draw land, which is very, very sexy. I don't super see a reason to play Emery, especially they still have Crocus in play, which is unfortunate, but I think I'm just going to play Ballista on 2. This lets me kill Narset if they play like a wheel effect, so that way I actually do get to draw cards. It's just an efficient use of our mana too. I should probably turn off auto yields in case they burn it. That's the one thing that's annoying about Ballista. You really have to be careful about when you yield to everything because they might try to kill it and then you'd want to remove counters in response. So even though you may not have interaction, it's sometimes beneficial to not do that. What is this? I'm assuming that this is because, well, that's bad. I'm assuming this hits Ballista and then one at me. Yeah, so we're going to kill Narset. And then we're going to just ping them for 1. This is pretty bad. I don't think our deck has anything to deal with Inferno Titan. Their deck is kind of just like good Naya, or not Naya, sorry, Jeskai good stuff, which is cool. I do have to pay for this. Oh, wait, I have to pay 2 for this? They suck. I hate them. They're actually making me pay 2. Oh my god. This is brutal. So we're really only netting 1 mana off this turn. Ooh, Mindslaver. I'm pretty sure I just have to cast Golos. The benefit of casting Golos too is whatever I grab off of Shelldock, I get to cast the following turn. This also lets me top deck a lane and still cast Mindslaver anyways. Yeah, I'm just casting Golos. They're tapped out. They can't animate anything. Oh, wait, they can grab Narset back. Maybe I wasn't supposed to kill Narset. I don't know. Whatever, YOLO. We're casting Golos. I would like to activate his ability, please. So this is the nice thing about having Shelldock and Tolarian Academy. Like, just grabbing Tolarian Academy here would be useless, but grabbing Shelldock here actually feels really nice. I would love to take Gilded Lotus. Let's see, if I take Gilded Lotus, that doesn't just let me cast Mindslaver. If I take Nahiri, I get to exile their Inferno Titan if they attack, which I'm pretty sure they're going to attack. That would be weird if they didn't. So I think I just have to take Nahiri. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Nahiri. I think that just makes the most sense. As far as whether we're blocking or not, I kind of like blocking. They can always Caracas Golos whenever they want if they think it's going to be a problem. And putting that in the graveyard gives Emery something to do, which I do like. I'm just going to pass party. We get to Nihiri away their Inferno Titan, hopefully, if they attack. Which leaves us with 3 mana. That lets us cast Emery for 3. We're not really doing anything else with our mana, so I think killing their Narset was wrong. Because now they get to... Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Because now they're not going to attack with it. Oh, they're playing Kavu? I think that's fine. That means our Narset's probably going to die, but, YOLO. I thought they were going to Splinter Twin our boy, and that was going to be brutal. They're probably just going to Inferno Titan here, so we take 8. Which is not ideal, but, YOLO. Hopefully they don't play anything else. What is this? Oh, they're probably just pumping it. Yeah. Okay, so we actually take 1 more. Sorry. We take 9. I do get to kill... Oh, I wish I had a land, but I don't. I'm just going to do this now, because if they've missed Calc, I'd like to be able to pay for it, or a mana leak. So I am going to play Emery. For full price, mind you. When it enters, I mill. Let's see. Ooh, I can cast Signet off of it. I think if they attack... I don't know, actually. I mean, if they attack Nihiri... I think I'm just... Oh, wait, they get to... they get to bounce Emery anyway, so... Why did it enter the exile zone? Hello? Doesn't it return to my hand? Where did it go? Why did it get exile? Hello? Is that a bug? Wait, why did it get exiled? Am I missing some? Why did it get exiled? Isn't it supposed to go back to my hand? Does it going back to my hand count as drawing a card? Because it's not drawing a card. Bro, I guarantee you. Wait, let me go back in the chat. Mill 4 cards. Oh, they swords it. They cast a spell. I thought they Caracased it. I was like, bro, what do you mean? It's literally not fair. We're probably not winning this game. We had upheaval in our deck, maybe, but they're gonna bounce one of our lands. Actually, we're not dead yet, so we might be okay. Not looking great though. And on top land would be cool. They just bounced our top land, which blows. But what am I gonna do? We're actually not taking that much damage. I can Tezzeret for a Signet, which I think is better than just playing Coercive Portal, because that gives us double red, and that gives us 6 mana, so we can draw another Burning and kind of get out of it. So it lets us play Mindslaver next turn. We're only taking 6, so if they take a turn off to attack Tezzeret, that would be good. Fortunately, they bounce our land. Otherwise, I would just play Mindslaver probably. I think Tezzeret's going to be better than trying to Coercive Portal. Don't think drawing an additional card is going to be as relevant as just getting another Signet in play. Is there anything else I can grab that would be good? Coercive Portal. I grab Assault Monolith. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think a Signet's just going to be better than Basalt Monolith. Coalition Relic is RIP. Went to Jesus, so that would be a good one to pick, but we're just going to -2 and grab a Signet. We are in danger. They still Splinter Twin in their hand, so honestly, if I was them, what I would do is probably put Splinter Twin on Riftwing, and then they could just bounce our stuff every turn. They're probably not going to do that, though. They're probably just going to Riftwing, hit Tezzeret, hit us for 4, play something scary, and then we're going to lose. But maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll concede the game. Who knows? I think, I don't know. I stand by that Wildfire. It didn't end up working out for us because we didn't draw any lands, but them exiling our rather than fractured identitying, that was a hard word. Our spell just made me think that they were trying to hit lands to untap and cast Ugin or something. So yeah, we're super dead. They're just gonna bounce probably our Signet. They're gonna get to bounce something every turn, so we need a Wrath that costs less mana than we're gonna have. So it's probably just it's probably just the game. So it looks like they are playing Splinter Twin Kiki. I'm assuming that means that they probably have Splinter, or they have Deceiver Exarch or Pestermate in their deck, which is kind of scary. Um then I think this matchup's actually fine for us, but the Wildfire just kind of set us back. I thought it would be good, but it was not. They get to bounce another thing. Yeah, this is probably just game. I think I probably don't want to show them any more cards in my deck. So I'll probably just play top lane, play Signet, pass a turn, proceed to lose the game. But look really great while doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about style. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. Also, I mean, they also like drew Ancestral. Like if they had Ancestral already suspended, I definitely would not have Wildfired. But they literally suspended the next turn. That's kind of brutal. Oh, we just see another card out of their deck. So they have like burn spells, which we're not really doing. So that's fine. I'm just gonna do this. There's nothing we can do to win. So this gives us more time on the clock, and maybe our opponent thinks we have something and they show us another card or something. Their deck's actually really good. I like their deck. They also have Mock Sapphire, so that's a cool card. Our deck would be really good with Moxus because we have two burnings. But it's not in our deck, so that's okay. I kind of like fire and ice. So if they have Deceiver Exarch and they go to Splinter Twin it, we can tap it in response with ice to buy ourselves one more turn. I kind of like that better than I don't know, something in our deck. Gideon Plus also protects us from the combo because it buys us another turn. So all their creatures have to attack Gideon. So I think I'm gonna keep Gideon in the deck. Honestly, I think Emery might just not really be doing anything for our deck. We don't have that many things to recast unless we mill it. The only thing is getting back maybe the creatures might be relevant, but I think I don't like Emery here. Force of Will wouldn't be the worst. They're not playing an unfair deck, but they are playing a combo deck, so countering their Splinter Twin while tapped out would be pretty good for us. The only issue is what am I getting rid of to do that? Maybe Stone Coil, honestly. How many blue cards do I have in my deck now? 2, 4, 6. I have 6 blue cards. Yeah, we're not. I don't think. I mean, you could play it, but I think that our deck being more concise matters more. We could also bring in Char. Char doesn't kill Titan though, so I don't think we're doing that. I would like to play first. This is fine. We have Needle Spire, we have Sheldock. I think this is fine. I think I'm gonna wait to play Sheldock. I think I play Needle Spire turn 1. Because we already have Spell Pierce in our hand. So I'm just gonna do that. Actually, maybe I do play Sheldock first. I just don't want to get wastelanded, but I think losing our dual colored source would be just as bad as losing just a Sheldock. So I think I am. Because this lets me play my tap land next turn. We're gonna take Nahiri. So we know that we're not drawing Coalition Relic, which is unfortunate. That would be a really good draw in the next few turns. We're not drawing that. If we get a Signet next turn, I can just play that. But this lets us play a tap land if we draw nothing, and then be able to keep up Spell Pierce, which is what I'm gonna do. So if they play Signet, we can just Spell Pierce it, which I think is right there, Spell Pierce. Because we're gonna probably tap out and play Stone Coil turn 3. What are you gonna do? I love when people just hold priority and then do nothing. Like, what are you gonna do? You get an Ancestral Recall? Like, come on. Give me a chance. This is Signet Cloudskate. They could bounce our Sheldock. I mean, they might think we have something good under it. And we have an okay card, but this would have been good earlier, but not right now. Yeah, it's okay right now, but I would have preferred it coming down earlier. We're just gonna play a 3/3. This pressures their planeswalkers. It deals with Riftwing because it has reach, but they probably don't want to bounce my Stone Coil because I should have more mana by the time that I get there. Hopefully we just top deck like like Signet land would be really good. We kind of need more lands in our hand. Their Riftwing comes down 2 turns from now. Ours comes 3. Okay, I couldn't spell pierce that unfortunately. Oh, that's unlucky. All right, that's fine though. They answered our pressure, but I don't know. That's gonna be that backbreaking. We will auto yield. Drawing an island there is very nice. I do want islands. Hopefully we just draw another island next turn, and then we can play Golos. That's the dream. Because otherwise, if we don't draw a land, they're probably going to Riftwing Cloudscape, one of our tap lands, and that's not what I want. Hopefully they just try to play something that I can spell pierce, and then we top deck a land. That would be ideal. That'd be a perfect sequence for me. And I if I do draw land, I'm gonna play Golos over Gilded Lotus because otherwise they just bounce Gilded Lotus. They're probably not gonna bounce Golos. They're not doing anything, it seems. That's fine. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. That would be annoying. So hopefully we draw land. Mindslaver is not what we wanted. I'm not gonna be a baby about it. So that's our turn. We get to keep holding up Spell Pierce. They get to cast Riftwing here, I believe. Yeah, we don't have a counterspell. They're probably gonna bounce Shelldog, if I had to guess, or maybe Needle Spire. But definitely one of the two. I can imagine Shelldog. But then again, our Shelldog could be bad. Yeah, honestly, that's fine. We get another chance at getting something really good. We're gonna float the mana to be a disciplined player. Hopefully something we can spell pierce. They're not playing anything. Cool. Interesting. They're just attacking us for 2, which is fine. So Lotus Bloom comes down now, which is cool that we don't have to pay 2 mana for it. We didn't see that many counterspells other than Remand. The fear is that they remand what we try to cast off Lotus Bloom. I'm gonna put Wildfire under this. That could actually be pretty good later. If they don't have a counterspell, we can cast Gilded Lotus and then Coercive Portal, which should just win the game. It gives us a lot of mana and card draw, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully you don't have a counterspell. I'm assuming them leaving it mana means they do. They actually didn't counter Gilded Lotus, so maybe they have a bounce spell, but I think that just means that Coercive Portal is gonna resolve too. That's really good for us. I'm glad I went for it. I'm just a Chad like that, you know what I mean? I can just read so well. I just know what's going on. I like how one thing works out for me, and I'm like, I'm so like this game's easy. Oh no, what are you playing? Please. Float all your mana, pass the turn. They're probably gonna attack first. Not that it matters. We don't have force in our hand, so or days. Days would be fun in this deck. I love days. That card's Chef's Kiss, amazing. Tezzeret. It's funny, every time we've had Tezzeret in our hand so far, we've already had Lotus Bloom in our hand, which is I think that's fine. They're probably gonna bounce Gilded Lotus. And we still get to draw 2 cards a turn. Like, I think that's fine. Especially if we draw land. Oh, they're bouncing Portal? Interesting. I guess that makes sense. We draw less cards. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We still drew land anyways. Just what we wanted. I think that was the right decision from them, but for us that works out really well. Cause now I just get to go Tezzeret, untap, Mindslaver, which is gonna put a lot of pressure on them. I could also play Golos. Golos actually Golos ramps us more. I think I like playing Golos better. The other option, Golos also lets us keep up Spell Pierce, which could be relevant. I think I'm gonna play Golos. I think it's playing Golos here is better than Coercive Portal. Actually, maybe I just play Coercive Portal. This lets me draw 2. They're probably gonna bounce Tezzeret or Gilded Lotus next turn. I think I play No, I'm just gonna play Golos yellow. This gets us another land in play since they're bouncing one of our permanents every turn. This is nice. This lets us do more. This also lets us shuffle, which is cool because we put Tellurian on the bottom, so we're not going to draw it unless we cast Golo. So what they're probably going to do is bounce Gilded Lotus. That makes our Tellurian not tap for anything, but then we get to play Gilded Lotus, tap it. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to target with Riftring, but I think we're in a good spot now. Especially with Spell Pierce up, like the nightmares, they just go like land, Elspeth Conquers Death. That would be pretty bad, but we have Spell Pierce, so I think it's fine. I'm not sure what they bounce here. Yeah, probably Gilded Lotus, but we're still fine. Because we are going to have a bunch of mana. And they're probably going to attack Tezzeret. Can't see them attacking us here. That would be weird. Did they attack? They attacked Tezzeret. That makes sense. Something I can Spell Pierce? I cannot Spell Pierce that. That's pretty bad. I don't think Spell Piercing that's gonna be worth it. It's not the end of the world. It's not my favorite. We did get another hand, which is cool. Basalt Monolith. Honestly, if we play Basalt Monolith and then immediately tap it for mana, we don't net any mana, except that now Tellurian Academy sees another artifact. So maybe it is actually worth it. I think if we go 1, 2, 3. Basalt Monolith. Tap for Gilded Lotus. Tap for Coercive Portal. I think that's what we're supposed to do, but staying out of... Not having Spell Pierce kind of stresses me out. Don't see. If I go 3 plus 4, that lets me. I think that might be better. Let's attack first before I start getting all crazy. Do have Wildfire coming down eventually. Once I get to Wildfire them, it should be pretty nice. Honestly, I think I'm casting Basalt Monolith. I could also just, no, I don't have enough mana. Yeah. Maybe we were supposed to Mindslaver last turn, I don't know. I think I'm just, no, well, they would have to hit it. I think I'm just playing Coercive Portal here. This lets me hold up 3 mana. Which isn't super relevant, but I think tapping out of Spell Pierce is kind of silly. I think that the next few turns is the only turn Spell Pierce is going to be relevant for the rest of the game. So, it's also, if they mill us for 3 somehow, we can also Wildfire at instant speed, which isn't the worst. Oh, this also lets us untap Basalt Monolith. If you want to do that, we have to do that now. Don't think it's worth it. I think that's fine. I really just want to keep Spell Pierce up. Because now our Tellurian only taps for 1, unfortunately, so we can't untap Basalt off of the lands we have in play right now. But doing so would give us access to still 3 mana, but it's through Basalt Monolith, so we don't have blue for Spell Pierce, and I think Spell Pierce is going to be relevant. Play it. Play your non-creature spell. Do it. Play your Coalition Relic. I dare you. Hopefully this isn't a creature. I think that's worth Spell Piercing. We kind of want to start tapping out now. So I'm just going to Spell Pierce that. That does kind of make me wish that I... Oh, we didn't attack for 2. That was probably an error. We're going to attack... Oh, Tellurian. I forgot Golos is a creature. We actually should have an untapped Basalt Monolith. That's kind of a plant. That's okay, YOLO. Here we can go... I think what I like doing is going Gilded Lotus, and then we have 6 mana. So we can go like Trinket Mage. Does that work? Trinket Mage grabbing what? Maybe I'm not doing that. Because if I tap 4, I can Coercive Portal, Trinket Mage, play. I think I like that. They keep like trying to kill my Corsa Portal, so I think I'm just gonna play it. And then this taps for 3, which lets us cast Trinket Mage. And Trinket Mage lets us grab Ballista, which means we can actually kill Riftwing next turn, which I think is going to be relevant. So they kind of have one last turn of bouncing before I just kill their infinite bounce spell. That's ruining my life. It's actually funny the way this turn played out. We actually had an extra blue up, so it actually would have been nice. Because if they just like Elspeth Conquers Death, it's kind of sus, but they're still stuck on 3 lands, so next turn we can Wildfire. That should be pretty brutal. Yeah, they just keep bouncing Corsa Portal. The reason why I keep playing Corsa Portal is because it's costs the less. I guess Gilded Lotus cost net 2, but playing a 4-mana spell and having the bouncing at every turn is better than having a 5-mana spell and trying to cast it every turn. So hopefully they just float their mana past the turn, or it's something that does a Wildfire. That would be fine too. That's literally fine. All right, this should be pretty brutal. Because we should just kill them here. This is free. Yeah. Do I have enough? This has to be enough. I'm just gonna cast this. Hopefully this is right. This taps for 3, 4, 5. This gives me Lotus. Then I tap Lotus for blue. I need to save 1 blue. Yeah, so we actually can Ballista for 1 post-combat. Honestly, I think that's worth it, but so we're gonna cast Wildfire first. Wildfire here is kind of huge. Definitely better than Nahiri. Actually, Nahiri would be okay too, but Wildfire should just be the game. So we sacrifice 4 lands. So we're clicking the 4 lands we don't want. We would like to keep Tolarian Academy in play. And our colored mana. So we're going to sack like that, and then we're going to play Ballista X1. And we lose mana, but that's okay. The other option would be untapping Basalt Monolith. Which I don't think it matters. The benefit of playing out Walking Ballista gives us another colored mana. Honestly, probably untapping Basalt. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think we're going to be just fine. They need something interesting in their hand to get out of this. We are in a great spot. This is exactly where I want to be every game. So, first, actually, no, they're not going to play anything. They're top out. Let's play Corsa Portal. Play land. How much mana is this? 6, 7, 8. Let's just level up Ballista twice. Just gonna kill them the fastest. We kind of are behind on time. And we should just win this turn now. There's probably nothing they can do. They stumbled on land. Their Whiffing combo is actually really nice, but they just didn't draw anything after that, unfortunately. I should turn off photo yields in case I need to Ballista. That's literally fine. We need to not vote for Carnage, because if I Wrath my board, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Okay, they conceded. That was a good game. They stumbled on lands. Oh, they showed us their hand. Oh, they need another white source, I think. Or they need another land in general, but they actually had swords. Oh, I guess there was nothing really for them to swords. They could have ran out of Resto at some point, but they might have drawn that recently. They definitely didn't have Remand in their hand, or they would have remanded something at some point. They were missing white for Flicker Wrist. That's kind of brutal. But hey, all's fair in the word. I made some slight misplays, but you know, whatever. I think our deck's fine the way it is. I could see an argument to bring in Vensner. Venser. Just because, nah, YOLO. I'm just running it back. I don't care. We do have to play kind of fast. We have less time than them, so I'll try my best. It sounds fun. We have turn 2 counterspell, and we also have Shell Dock turn 1, so this is a good hand. I don't have way yet for Armageddon, so that's unfortunate. We've had turn 1 Starlock every game. We're going to put Karn under that. We'll pass the turn. I don't think we're counterspelling a Signet, but I'll probably counterspell like literally anything else. It'll be their 3 mana play. So that's cool. Signet. Okay. I think I'm just gonna ice the 1-upkeep. I kind of am not doing anything else. This takes them off of white mana if I do like this, unless they draw white mana. I want to draw a card too. I kind of want more cards in hand. That'd be very cool. If they play an X1, we can just kill it with Ballista. The other option is we can just play Basalt Monolith and then untap and play like a 3/3 Ballista, but I don't think that's very good. Kind of like just holding up double blue. What is this? Click? I might counter. That's actually fine. I don't care. We have the same deck. Or not the same, but similar. I don't like Lotus turn 3. Come on. Why can't I draw Lotus turn 1? This is fine. We just play an island, hold up counterspell. Hopefully they play something big into our counterspell. They haven't seen counterspell yet. They've only seen Spell Pierce. This means next turn we probably have to hold up counterspell, because if they play Primeval Titan and I don't counter it, I probably just lose the game. So I do think that unfortunately I can't play Basalt Monolith yet. And I also don't have white to play Armageddon, so. Am I crazy? I kind of wanna. They have a Signet in play and I don't. Let's be a disciplined player. Counter what they're gonna do. I should have played a Plains there. I think I should have played Plains there because then I can untap Armageddon, play land, go. Yeah, I should have played a Plains there. They're not playing anything, so honestly, we're gonna sit here until they play something, and I'm just gonna counter it. Play Plains, pass. Actually, I could play Basalt. Monolith here. This would be so much better if this was a Coalition relic, because then I would just like immediately want Armageddon. But Basalt Monolith gives us 1 chunk of mana once, so it's still good with Armageddon, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. Please tap out. Please tap out. You're so sexy. They probably have Remand in their hand. I'm totally gonna counterspell this. I'm assuming they have something. No. Interesting. So we get our boy down this turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Armageddon. If they don't counter it, I get to cast Gideon, which is like kind of huge. It'd be like pretty much the game probably. If they remand it, it's fine. We can just try again next turn. I'm assuming this is... Oh, they're just floating. So what we're going to do is move to our second main, because if they remand the Gideon, that would be really bad. So this empties their mana pool. We can't attack with Gideon the first turn anyways, so that's fine. And now we have a Gideon in play. The land. We can play Ballista X1. Honestly, I think that's fine. I'm just gonna plus. It doesn't do anything though. But they're kind of in danger now. We killed all their lands. They play a white source, that would be a reason to not plus Gideon, because they might just exile them, although they're tapping out. So what is this? Oh, Ancestral. Yeah, and they had to tap in order to cast Ancestral. That is a-okay. We get to play land. I think I'm just gonna run out Stone Coil, but let's attack first. Just trying to end the game before they draw lands and kill all of our shit. Attack. Play Stone Coil. Junklo's actually a fine draw. We would have just preferred a land because then we can untap Assault. Which gives us actually a good chunk of mana. They do have Ancestral ticking down, but they're on a huge clock with Gideon. They need yes, okay, cool. That's good. They needed like swords in order to kill Gideon when I animate him. That would be the only line I could see us losing, but we got there. I'll see y'all in the next round. All right, round 2. Opponent gets to choose whether they want to go first or not. This hand is like pretty bad, but again, we have all of our colors. I do have a turn 3 play, so like I think I'm just gonna keep it. I don't think this hand is good though. Against mono red, this hand is not good because we are not doing anything for a while. But if we draw up fire nice, that'll actually be really good. Playing a tap land and then nothing. Burning is gonna be really good if we can get to it. Trying to get there is gonna be kind of hard. Copter's actually kind of fine. It's a little bit slower. It is going to be a more evasive threat, so it's going to be annoying later into the game. Signet there is actually a great draw. It's actually what we love to see. So let's just cast Solemn next turn, which I'm very interested in doing. So let's just grab another red to try to cast Burning, if need be. It also blocks Bomat Courier / Mutavault. Playing against mono red is not fun. And in fact, I think maybe that's part of the reason why I love playing mono red is the mono red mirror is fun. That's actually fine. We're not really. I mean, they do ping us for 1 off Solemn, which is a little unlucky, but that's fine. We take 4 here. So not another world. They get to draw and discard. Especially if we get to Wildfire their Bomat Courier while they're tapped out, they're going to be in a rough spot, losing all their lands. The only downside if they go like land 1 drop, they still have Copter and we have a Signet, which is okay. If our best draw would just be a Mountain, honestly. Mountain would be really good. Coercive Portal is not what we are looking for. So I can go up to 5. Okay, so we can, this is fine. Because I can play Solemn and then I can actually Burning next turn. So I think we might be okay depending on what they play. We will block basically. Solemn's gonna block anything because we're just trying to save some damage. Hopefully they don't sack their Bomat this turn. Hopefully they just tap out. Hopefully they play like Burn Spell to kill Solemn. They go land, Burn Spell to kill Solemn. And then they tap out for some reason. And then we just get to destroy them with Wildfire. That would be really cool. That's what I'm looking for. We're gonna grab a Mountain because I need double red to cast Wildfire. See, mana fixing. Who needs non-basic lands? Not me. I don't need them. Get them out of here. I got Solemn Simulacra. It's basically a non-basic. Basically a non-basic. That's so funny. All right. That's fine. They did play a 4th land, which is nice because then we'll get full value out of Burning. Unfortunately, we do have to play one of our lands in order to cast Burning, but we get to keep one, so whatever. This is not what I wanted to see. I want them to tap out. This makes me think they're gonna burn our face if they're leaving mana open and attacking with Swift Spear. We take 6, which is a lot of damage. Hopefully they tap out. Oh, that's good. This looks really bad, right? Like we're dead to a lightning bolt, but we're in top deck mode. Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't want to leave them with lands this turn. I just want to hit everything. Let's lose a Plains. We're gonna go Wildfire. This is pretty brutal for them, but they could always just go Land Bolt and then we lose the game, which would be very not sexy. Choose target opponent. This is pretty backbreaking for them, so hopefully this is enough to win the game. We'll find out. But we could always just lose. That's the thing about mono red is it's like you could always just lose to like Land Bolt, or if they have Fire Blast here, we just lose. But if they don't, very sexy, and it doesn't look like they do. Choose 4 lands you control. These are the 4 lands that I'm killing. I'd like to keep my dual colored source. Choose 0 lands you control. It's weird. Oh, is this the ones that you keep? No, there's no way. Okay, and then we'll pass it. Or if they just go land creature, oh, they don't have it. Perfect. I think what we're doing is oh, this is actually fine. Because okay, I really want to go land basalt monolith, but I'm pretty sure I'm like legally required to play stone coil because otherwise any land in a one drop would just kill me. Whereas stone coil has reach. So I think I'm just like legally required to play stone coil. Does it have vigilance too? No. All right, so we're probably not attacking with this, but you know, whatever. This taps for 5. We don't have double white though. Oh, yeah, we do. Never mind. I'm just gonna do this for 5 for Gideon. Gideon plussing means that we actually get to attack with Stone Coil, which is why I opted for Gideon over playing Corso Portal. Because I don't think we need to draw cards. We need to end the game before they kill us with Lightning Bolt. Please don't play Lightning Bolt. That's fine. Well, it's not what I want, but you know, it's not the end of the world. This has to attack Gideon. So we are actually in an interesting spot here. You can't. I think I just plus Gideon again. We're still just dead to like a burn spell. And this makes it so they literally just can't kill us via combat. I get to attack for 3, and this lets me play Urza and Corso Portal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think I'm just supposed to plus Gideon. I mean, it sucks because we could get in for a big hit, but otherwise they play like a haste creature. I'm pretty sure this is just better. This might be wrong, but because otherwise, wait, this attacks for 6. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to attack for 6 because then we have lethal on the next turn. That might have been wrong, but you know, whatever. I can go land. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Urza. Play Coercive Portal. We're still just dead to a burn spell. But any creature situation, we're gonna be fine. They are looting with smuggling copter now, which is very scary, but I can't do anything about it. We do win next turn actually, because of Urza. So hopefully they don't draw what they need. One time, please. Please let burning be good enough. We played against mono red on the draw. We're just sitting in 3 life. Okay, they have Jita in their deck, which is interesting. We can't block, so it's fine. Not that we would, but we do have lethal this turn. No, don't play 2 mana burn spell. Please, yes! Oh. Playing against mono red is so stressful. Oh my god. They like that's the thing too, is like they literally could have just top deck bolt and we would have lost. Like even when we were like favored to win, we could have lost anyways. But we clutched it, so it's all skill. It's nothing to do with luck at all. Not at all. In this matchup, I would side in what's it called? Fire Ice, but it's already in our deck, so I don't like Char. Double red again is like really sus at 3 mana with like very little fixing. As much as I do like Pyromancer against mono red, it gives you like things to chump with, and then more thing. Honestly, Venser might not be the worst. Being able to bounce like their Smuggler's Copter after they tap their own creature and then like trade with it 2/2 seems pretty good. This I don't think is a force at will situation. Maybe Venser comes in, and honestly, Coercive, we're not gonna lose via card advantage. Our cards are more impactful than theirs, like individually. The issue is that theirs cost a lot less mana, and they're deploying them very fast. So things like Coercive Portal aren't really gonna help us. I could see a reason to get rid of Armageddon too. Killing their lands, although if we have like Coalition Relic and then like untap Armageddon playland, that seems pretty good. I don't know, because what would you even get rid of Armageddon for? We'd probably bring in like Force of Will. I guess we'd have a bunch more blue cards in our hand that could be relevant. How many blue cards would we? If I get rid of Armageddon, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not a lot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7. I don't think Armageddon's gonna be good here, like at all. Because even if I wrap the lands, Yeah, I think I'm getting rid of Armageddon for Force of Will. We do have to pay a life to play Force of Will, but like if we stop like a Sulfuric Vortex or something, that's gonna be absolutely monumental. And we don't mind too for winning ourselves. Um, Again, it's not really about card advantage; it's about not being dead. Having Force of Will on our hand is very, very sexy. With a blue card, come on now. This would be Armageddon otherwise. Armageddon would be bad. I don't think turn one Force of Will on Soul Scar. Actually, maybe it is. Nah, I think that's bad. I'd rather snag their copter. I wouldn't even need to do it on anything. So if they don't play something we want to counter this turn, we have Counterspell, which is gonna be nice. We need lands though. That's literally fine. So we do take 5, which is not my favorite, but we do have Counterspell next turn, and we still force in our hand. Drawing Mindslaver is kind of sus. Maybe I was just get rid of Mindslaver. I don't know. Whatever. Assuming they just attack, they're probably gonna play something, and then we're gonna play Coalition Relic. It's gonna be Galaxy Brain. I wish this Basalt Monolith was a different card. Ooh. I get to counterspell something they're paying mana for? Playing life for? Okay, that's really good. Hazoret's a very scary card because it's indestructible. I cannot kill it. No. Oh, always turn 3. This is the 3rd time I got it turn 3. Come on now. Basalt Monolith would let us cast Mindslaver next turn. I'd rather just play Coalition Relic. Coalition Relic is less obtrusive. I really don't want to Force of Will and lose Urza, but I will if I have to. If they play like Sulfuric Vortex, that might be worth it. Yeah. Okay, it looks like they're just on the Mutavault plan, which is where we want to be, so that's cool. We take 3, which is not a lot. What is this? Burn Spell? I don't think I can force that. I don't think so. I go down to 7, which is not super high, but they do have 2 cards left in their hand. We're about to play Urza, which I like a lot. And a Coalition Relic. We get this eventually. Hopefully this doesn't come down when Eidolon's in play. We can always just choose not to cast it, actually, which is fine. We're going to add blue. And then I see no reason to not just cast Urza. We get Miss Urza. We get a 2/2, which is very nice. We are no longer able to cast Force of Will, which is sus. I don't think it's worth trying to cast Basalt Monolith here, so I'm just going to pass a turn. When does our boy come down? It says 2 left on it. Okay, so we don't get it next turn. We get the following turn. Hopefully they have nothing in their hand. That would be really cool. Oh, another land is actually probably not what they wanted. This might be Glorybringer. That would be really bad. Zealous, huh? If they, what are they gonna target? If they target the construct, that's fine because we can just float mana. Yeah, I think they were supposed to take Urza because we can just float 1 and then they get it tapped because of Urza. Oh, it untaps. I forget how Magic works. I mean, we got a free mana. Forgot Zealous untaps. So we just block Zealous here and take 2. That's literally fine. We're still out of Fire Blast range, which might be the card in their hand they want to play. Charge counter on Coalition Relic. We get our boy back. Honestly, we're gonna go white and then white 1, 2, 3 for Gideon. This just makes it so they have to burn us out, and they only have 1 card in hand. I think I like the other. Could also just kill Zealous. I don't hate killing Zealous either. So let's just kill Soulscar Mage depending on what they do. Let's see. This goes down to 4. I think I'd rather minus on Zealous. Yeah, we're just gonna minus on Zealous. Again, I don't have a blue card to cast Force of Will, so this could be sus if they just have like land Fire Blast or Burn Spell Fire Blast. But if they don't, we're in good shape. Hopefully they don't. They have a land, so they can't. What is this? That would have been a reason to plus Gideon. Because now they get to kill Gideon and they get to kill our construct, which is pretty bad. So we're taking 2. Well, they might not exert. Let's see what they do. That's pretty bad. Definitely not what we wanted. That's okay. They are exerting. They probably just attack us. Oh, they're attacking Gideon, really? Wait. This card deals 4 damage? Since when? I thought it only did 3. Oh, if we had a blue card for force. We're in a lot of danger at the moment. There is a world that they didn't attack with their other 2. Interesting. We do get Lotus Bloom. They don't get to attack us with Glorybringer next turn. Actually, Trinket Mage is an okay draw. Trinket Mage, let's just grab. It's in our deck. Trinket Mage is probably gonna end up getting, what's it called? Stone Coil to block Glorybringer. But then we have like a weird amount of mana. The other option, I wish I had one more land. One more land would make this a lot easier. I don't want to take 2 though. I think I'm just playing a 5 mana. What's it called? That's just the play. 5 mana Stone Coil this turn, because I don't want to take 2 damage. So I kind of have to do this. No, I don't. I don't have to cast it this turn actually. Other option is Ballista. This will tap for 2, 4, 6. 6 plus 3 would be 8. That would only be a 4/4. That's not enough to shoot down. Actually, that is enough to shoot down. This is so sus. I think I'm taking Ballista. Ballista, if we draw land, is going to be way better. This is protecting from multicolored. I think Stone Coil is going to be better. And then we pass. I don't want to place on 5. Well, I already tapped my thing, so I can't play for 5. I was thinking maybe we should play for 5. In fact, I probably should. Because then I can... No, I can't. If I draw land, I could unstop my Slaver. We're not in a great spot. Regardless, that's probably game. I can't stop that. Actually, it's not game. We go down to 1. Right? We take 3 and then 1. All right. I think we're still gonna lose though. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not in a great spot. We have to block here. We lose. I don't know what we could draw. We need to draw something though. Let's add white mana for fun. We're gonna die because we're at 1 life. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do. I think maybe I pretend like I have path or something. I think that's, yeah, we lost, but I'm gonna pretend like we have path. I think Stone Coil there. I think maybe I was supposed to play Stone Coil on 5. My concern though is just they draw Burn Spell and Soul Scourge, and then Soul Scar puts -1/-1s on it, and then that's like really sus. They're just gonna attack us for 1 though. They have a Burn Spell. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. We did lose. Oh, this would have been nice too if they bricked last turn, because then we would have gotten to live even if they exert Glorybringer on it. But that's okay. We got to see more of their deck. So they do have Hazoret. They have Hellrider. They flooded out too. We were really close to clutching that one. I feel like Mindslaver is bad, honestly. I feel like Coercive Portal is better than Mindslaver. Maybe Lapse of Certainty. If I made fun of this card and then I like end up winning, because if we lapse, that buys us so much time. But having 3 mana up seems unlikely. Mindslaver lets us just like take another turn. We're not playing Lapse of Certainty. I don't want the analytics telling them to keep this card in this cube. I'm not playing this card. I would like to play first. So we finally get to play first. This hand is bad. We only have one land, and we would like more than one land, so we're gonna mull. This hand is also not great, but I think we're just gonna keep it. We do have Shelldock. We have lands. We just need things to do with the lands. We're gonna put Karn under this. Uh, yeah. This is looking interesting. Ice would be a good draw here. That's not a great one. Another 5-drop isn't what we want. We're probably just gonna lose. Yeah, I don't think our deck is very good at this matchup. It's a shame we couldn't clutch out the last one. We had a good hand. The exception of the force we couldn't cast. What is this? Porcelain Legionnaire? That could be fine depending on what we draw. I mean, not great, but like, you know, go off. Drawing fire, like Fire and Ice would be really, really nice. They couldn't play Goblin Guide turn 1 to let us draw all those extra lands. Come on now. I don't think we're winning this one. I don't. If we had like balance or something, that would be. Actually, Urza is pretty good. You know what? Urza's a good draw. I like having Urza here. Urza gives us a 1/1. Urza can also block Porcelain Legionnaire. Although if they have a burn spell, he just dies. But you know, what are you gonna do? This gives us a 1/1 to chump whatever. That was actually a really good draw. I think if they have a burn spell, they just have a burn spell, whatever. Drawing Solemn. Just gonna block here and here. If they have a burn spell, so be it. Draws out a burn spell from their hand. Yeah, that's literally fine. Because we're taking way less damage now because of that. I think I'd rather play Golos over Solemn. It's a better use for mana. And it also is way harder to kill. It has 5 toughness, so we're just gonna Golos. We would like to use Golos' ability. I could see getting Needle Spires here, actually. I think I'm gonna get Needle Spires. That gives us another creature we can pay for and block with. We'll probably go Solemn next turn, but like the turn after that. They have 5 lands, which is a lot of lands. For mono red. You usually don't want that many lands, but we did see Glorybringer in their deck, which would be pretty good for them here. They have a 2-mana burn spell. That would be unfortunate. We would take a bunch of damage. What are we drawing? Basalt Monolith? That's pretty bad. Again, if they have another burn spell, we get it out of their hand, which is going to be nice. Okay, they don't. They would have cast it probably otherwise. We're still like not really where we want to be though. They get to turn this into a 4/4, which is not amazing. They need like a lot of mana to turn this big, right? 2. They need 6. They need 1 more land to turn into an 8/8. Okay, cool. This is looking great. So either they're gonna have 3 hands in their hand, 3 cards in their hand that aren't lands, or they're gonna get an 8/8. All right. Urza is a great draw, but I think the curtains might be closing here. I think we leave up double blue to pretend like I have something. We're gonna play Solemn. Is Tezzeret better? What does Tezzeret grab? Tezzeret grabs Coercive Portal. Maybe that's just better. No, I don't want to take any more damage. If Ensnaring Bridge was in this format, oh my god, it'd be over, dude. We're just gonna cast a spell. I can't see us winning this game. I overtapped. No. Maybe I just play Basalt Monolith, probably. Our deck is not good against mono red. They don't really care about losing all their lands. So it's kind of a interesting situation we're in. There's a non-zero chance we win. Like if we had, honestly, I don't even know if Upheaval would do it. Honestly, Upheaval would be good if we like top deck Upheaval, but we just never saw Upheaval in the draft, so I don't think we're winning this one. Depending, that could be me. Yeah, they just get an 8/8 this game. We tried. I think literally with that hand, I think we played perfectly. It's a hard matchup. They had a good hand. I think that's just how it is in Detroit. Yeah, please. That could be us. That will be us playing mono red one of these days. All right, let's see you on the next round. All right, round 3. Trophy is dead. We're not getting that, but this hand looks good, so that's cool. Oh, they won the die roll. I was like, did I just skip my turn on accident? Turn 1 Skull Clamp in a blue deck is interesting. Not what I expected. I will play an island. I don't think playing Stone Coil on 1 is going to be worth it, especially since we don't have anything else to do turn 4 or turn 3 when we have 4 mana with Signet. So I feel like running that on turn 1 makes no sense. We don't have double blue, so I'm just going to play Signet if they counter it, whatever. They did not. So we can either hold up Counterspell next turn, or we can just play a 4/4. Ooh, the fact that they played nothing and they didn't counter our Signet, that just makes me want to play a 4/4 Stone Coil. They counter it, whatever. I don't really care. The other option would be to hold up Counterspell, because Serpent gets bigger every turn because we have so many lands, but I kind of like just having a 4/4 in play, and if they do nothing, yeah, like this, then now we just have Counterspell up. I'm gonna attack first. But this is definitely what we're doing. I sequenced my lands well. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, I thought Armageddon was burning for some reason. I was like, I don't think I want to lose my 4/4, but we actually sequenced our lands really well. Because we want blue to have up for counterspell, and then we want the red to cast burning eventually, probably. So this is actually very serendipitous. I was not playing my lands for that specific route, and we won the game. Oh my god, so skilled. Oh my god, they missed 2 land drops and then Armageddon. Wouldn't you know it? I'm simply built different. I have no idea what deck they're playing. But Skull Clamp makes me think that they're playing maybe like a blue-red opposition deck or something with like tokens. That being said, I don't know if that's enough information to change anything about my deck, so I think I'm just gonna run it back. If they are playing that deck, Vensner would probably be a good idea because they tap out for opposition, and then like during their end step I bounce it or something, because that eats up 4 of their mana. Gets them nothing, because if they activate it during their end step, I'm just gonna untap. This hand is, I think it's fine. No, we kind of need to draw 2 lands. We need to draw like land Signet. If we just we're on the draw. I'm crazy. I'm keeping this. Am I? No, I'm gonna ball. I would like to be able to cast my spells. This is much better. Oh my god, thank god I'm not crazy. I think we only want to keep 1 5-mana play. We do have double white. Honestly, I think I'm putting back Golos. Or Ballista. I think I'm putting back Ballista. Golos grabs us Tolarian, which is going to be really good because of all the artifacts we have in our hand. So I think that's what I want. I maybe should have played Planesnair in case they have Strip, but we don't actually super need blue mana this game. Bob's pretty good. I don't have an answer for him, so they're going to get to draw a bunch of cards, which is not exactly what I want, but we're on the Gideon plan. So let's see what they reveal. They take 0 damage. Come on. Then they play Stone Coil. That would actually be pretty bad. Oh, what deck are they playing? We'll auto yield to this. This is a great burning deck, from what I can tell. So I think what we're gonna do is play. We have to play Basalt Monolith because we can't play anything else. And then I think next turn we honestly might Golos for a red source. Next turn, and then try to burning. I'm pretty sure burning's gonna be a blowout here. If they don't have a counter spell, we already know 2 cards. Oh, they took 6. That's a lot of damage. Stone Coil. Oh, Mind Twist. That's pretty bad. That's even worse. Wow. All right. Well, I don't know what we're gonna draw, but we gotta draw it. Interesting. We need like red source. Wildfire would be fine. Wow. Basalt Monolith looking mighty useless right now. We know half of their hand, which is cool. That was really brutal. They hit like some good cards. They hit everything but the land. That's probably game. I'm assuming they take Basalt, and if they do target it with Basalt, we're just gonna tap it. So they get a tapped Basalt Monolith, but that does remove 3 of our mana, which is fine. We still just want to draw Wildfire. That would be our best draw. Or yeah, Wildfire's the one that's already Burning's in our card. Wildfire off the top, maybe? Or something, anything we can cast. Yes. I'm so good, dude. I'm just simply built different. They do get to Stone Coil next turn. They're gonna Stone Coil for 6 though if I don't do it now. So I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to do it now. 4, 5, 6. We're gonna cast Wildfire. We do only get to keep 1 land, and I think we have to keep our blue source. We already have fixing off of Signet, so both of our double red spells are dead. Our double white spell is dead, so we don't need double of either. This is kind of nice. They do get to play Stone Coil for 2 next turn, though, so we're not like completely out of the woods. I don't even know what we would draw. Actually, I think we're very much in danger. Drawing our own Stone Coil would probably be like the best draw. The issue is, right, they have 5 cards in their hand, and we have 0 cards. So, you know, not great. So, Stone Coil is no way there. Mountain, not exactly amazing. I don't see a reason to hold it in our hand. I mean, they already mind possess, like whatever. It's probably game. I will concede to them hitting us with Thief next turn if I don't draw anything, because I don't want to let them see extra cards. Yeah, that's just the game. I'm gonna see if they play anything free combat and get more information about their deck. Mind Twist discarding 3 random cards. Oh, it's actually good to know that they have Dock in their deck. Them having Mind Twist and discarding all 3 of the cards we wanted to cast was pretty brutal. If they like didn't discard Gideon, we would have been like literally completely fine. If they didn't discard Golos, it would have been like sus, but like better. And we ended up top decking Wildfire anyways, but Burning probably would have been better than Land. But you know, that's how it is. We have a better idea of what deck they're playing though, and I think our deck actually is pretty good against their deck. If they don't have Mind Twist, I don't know how they beat us. I think I'm just running it back. Again, they're not playing like a combo deck. The only reason why I would want Force of Will is to stop Mind Twist, which is still gonna end up being a 2-for-1. So if they Mind Twist for 2 or less, it's not worth it. Fensner. Is Fencer good? Why do I keep saying? Oh wait, it is Fencer. Is that better than a card that's already in my deck? Honestly, Mindslaver is good, but if I tap out for Mindslaver and then they play, I think I'm not like Mindslaver, because if I tap out for Mindslaver and they go DAC and steal it, that's like literally the end of the world. We'll see if I regret that decision, but I think it'll be okay. I would like to play first. This is a good hand. We have turn 1 Shelldock. We have Spell Pierce to interact with any unfair cards. I'm gonna yield. We will take Burning. I think Burning is gonna be better than Armageddon. This hand's fine. A red source for Nahiri would be good. If we just draw like Boros Signet, that would probably be the best. Inquisition. Alright, they're probably gonna end up taking Spell Pierce. Maybe they take Ballista and just play around Spell Pierce, but I'd imagine they have like DAC or something in their hand that they want to deploy. Inquisition's not that bad here. Thoughtseize would have been way worse. They did not cast it though, so we're chilling. I'm gonna play an island. I don't see a reason to play Ballista on 1, because we can just play Ballista next turn if they play like Dark Confidant. The only reason to play it now would be if we like top deck Coalition Relic, but yeah, they didn't play Coalition Relic. They didn't play Bob, so we're good. Honestly, I think I just stopped during their upkeep. Not on my turn, on their turn. I'm good. We're gonna play a Plains, and then we're gonna ice them on their upkeep because they didn't cast anything last turn, so I don't think they have a 2-drop that they want to play. Ice. Let's ice their black land. Drawing Gideon's fine. We do need another white source though if we want to do that. And we get to Nahiri, which is going to be really nice. Or we could Urza. Hmm. Nahiri lets me look for another white source, which is what I think I want. But Urza ramps me more. I think I'd rather Nahiri. Getting more loyalty on Nahiri seems good too. I think I'm just discarding Ballista. Ballista's gonna be how he kills stuff though. If they play like Thief of Sanity, I think I'm discarding Urza actually. I think I just need Ballista in my hand. Okay, that's fine. Because I really don't want to get hit by Thief of Sanity or anything like that. Or if they have like ninjutsu, I'd rather just kill their creature. I forget how much toughness that guy has. What is this? Lieutenant. I think that's fine. Golos lets me grab another white source. Let's start by plussing. Draw a card. And discard mountain. Actually, I think I'm discarding island. Or actually, we're searching for another red source anyways. That might have been wrong. I don't know. And then we're gonna play Golos. Golos lets me grab another white source, which is what I want. I probably should get Needle Spires. The only reason why I wouldn't want Needle Spires is if they play Wasteland, but I'm too cool. So I'm just gonna Needle Spires. It seems better the later we go. Also, if I end up burning, it's gonna give me both my colors. Hopefully they just play creature here. That would be good for us. What are you casting? Mind Twist? Oh, K Command's actually really good. Oh. Pretty brutal. They can attack Nahiri down, or they can just go for me. Oh, they are attacking Nahiri. Interesting. Why are you afraid of Nahiri? Can exile Siege Gang Lieutenant if we want, but I feel like that's silly. We're just gonna plus. I think we're discarding Trinket Mage. That's fine. I think I 2, 4, 6. I think I'm not playing this land. Yeah, I think I'm not playing this land this turn. 5 mana for Gideon. We're gonna plus Gideon. And we're just kind of next turn we can wildfire. So actually maybe I am playing this land. I think I am. Because if we wildfire next turn, actually playing the land doesn't matter. If we do get to play wildfire next turn, it should just be the game. We have 2 planeswalkers in play, which is 2 more than our opponent. Gideon plus stops them from being able to ninjutsu and what's his name too, which I really like. Because we're gonna draw down to 21 and then plus off Nahiri, go down to 20, and then we can cast what's it called, Left Shell Dog. Hopefully this is a creature with 4 toughness or less. What is this? Mind Twist? Mind Twist would be fine. Mind Twist me, bro. That's a little less fine. I think I'm still gonna wildfire though. Honestly, wait, I think I can kill it, right? Because I'm casting this like that. I have 2, 4. Yeah, I can still kill it. They have to sacrifice 4 lands. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna. We're gonna play a land, right? I need to play land. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't think it matters if I play land. I'm gonna float all my mana because otherwise I'm gonna get confused. Everything we're casting is colorless, so it should be okay. Hopefully they. I needed a plus Nahiri first. All right. Well, it's gonna be really good next turn. Uh, let me tell you that. I forgot. We're still gonna plus Nahiri. It actually makes me not want to discard my land. Because we just get to play 6/6. That was kind of silly, but you know, whatever. You get to play Stone Coil. Uh, in case you missed it, Shelldock only works if there's 20 or fewer, and I didn't plus Nihiri to draw before, so my library only had 20 in it, so it did not work. I think we're gonna plus get in here. This lets us eat Tassiger if they don't have a removal spell. And it's protection from multicolored, so they need like Murderous Rider or something. So we're still fine, unless they play like something that costs 7 mana, and then I'm gonna be sad. What is this? Mind Twist would be fine. That's not what they're playing though. They're clicking X. Oh, it can't. Oh, they're. Oh, that's so bad. That's really bad. Wow. That means Gideon dies. That's really bad. Wow. We might actually lose this game now. Huh. Actually, you know what? We're gonna be fine. I declare it so. I think we're still okay because I'm pretty sure 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I can kill Stone Coil and Tassiger, but that does kill my Ballista. But I do end up with a Nahiri in play. They do get Gaunty though. That was bad. Thieving Sky was really good there. Wow. That is very, very unfortunate. That's okay. They do get to Gaunty next turn, but we get to ult Nahiri next turn. It's like, it could have been great. We're gonna float all our mana like I was trying to do last turn, and then we're gonna play Burning. Finally. Choose 4 cards I control. These are the ones I want to kill. So I no longer need double white. Do I click that? Choose 2 more. Yeah. I'm gonna kill these 2. That's fine. We're gonna play Ballista X3. We get to shoot down these 2. So again, if I did this last turn, they wouldn't have had. It just would have been better. But that's okay. I think I am gonna discard. Corso Portal's really good. Uh, Next turn, I can Nahiri for Mindslaver, which seems pretty good. The other option is like Golos, which isn't the worst, but I don't know if that's what I want to be doing. I can. Maybe I do just want to plus. I think I do. Because they're going to play Gaunty next turn and then take a card out of our deck, which is fine. I think I'd rather be drawing 2 cards here. I'm going to play Portal. I'm going to plus Nahiri. I don't think we're going to discard. This just provides us like ultimate security. And now I think we're fine. Corso Portal was actually a really good draw. They're probably going to Gaunty or play Baleful Strix here. Baleful Strix is fine. It's literally fine. We get Course of Portal, so we get to draw an extra card this turn, and then if we Mindslaver them, we get to draw an additional card during the extra turn that we play. Are they like bolting Nahiri? Stone Coil X1. This is literally fine. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. We should be okay. Always yield. We're gonna vote for Homage. We'd like to draw an additional card, not wrath everything. Need to minus Nahiri, so I think we're just playing land. We don't have a white source, unfortunately, to animate Spires, although I don't think we're going to do that right now. We're going to ultimate Nahiri. I'm pretty sure it's just... Wait, where is it? What? Oh, is it in my graveyard? Oh my god, I'm going to cry. It's not my graveyard. Where is it? Hello? Where's Mindslaver? Did I sub it out? Am I crazy? Isn't Mindslaver still in this deck? Is it in my graveyard? They didn't cast Gaunty yet, so it's not like exile face down. Am I crazy? Is it not my deck? It wasn't under Shell Dog. Oh. Oh. Hmm. I guess that means we're not doing that. I think that means I'm taking Venser. The other option would be like I should have craft first then if I was gonna do that. Kill the lands if I'm gonna grab them. Oh wait, I think I take Fencer, I bounce their land. I think that's a play. Alright. Normally I would Mindslaver them, but I don't see it here, so I think I'm missing something. We're gonna have Vencer. We're gonna bounce their black land. Gonna bounce back to our hand next turn. We're gonna just bounce another land probably. I don't want to lose it to Baleful Strix, so we're not gonna do that. Bounces back to our hand. They attack with Emery, we'll flash it in, but otherwise Nihiri can take 2, it doesn't super matter. Nihiri can take 2, that's fine. We're still drawing 2 cards a turn. I feel like there's... Why is Mindslaver not my deck? That's so weird. Dark Confidant. We will... I think just regular Counterspell is going to be better. Don't really want them drawing cards. Yeah, I think I'm just going to regular Counterspell. It's like so much worse than Gonti, I think. Gonti's way scarier. I'm gonna vote for Homage. We're gonna plus... I really don't think Armageddon's gonna be good here. We have just way more lanes than them, so... Lotus Bloom's pretty bad. I can grab Signet off of Tezzeret. What else can I grab? I already have Course of Portal. I think I'm just keeping Venzer up and passing the turn. Unless they attack with Emery, they can't threaten to kill Nahiri. I don't really want to kill their Stone Coil, because otherwise they can just recast it with Emery from their graveyard, which would not be good. I don't think I'm bouncing their land. I think I'm waiting for them to play Gonti and then bouncing it. Yeah, they're probably just going to play Gonti here. They attack for 3, I will bounce their land, because I know they have Gonti. But they're just attacking 2, probably, because they don't want to lose Emery. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. She can go down to 1. I wish I had Mindslaver, dude. What happened? What happened to my Mindslaver? Honestly, we didn't, like, draw a lot off of Course of Portal. To me, this is better. I don't know. You're going to Venser. Bounce that back to their hand. Hopefully we just draw, like, Karn. That'd be a good draw. We have a lot of looks to try to draw Karn. Okay, there we go. We should be just fine now. We're going to discard Lotus Bloom, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is 7. That should be really good. I attack for 2 first. I would love to Stone Rain them, but then they could actually kill my Karn. So I think I am just gonna plus. I can exile. Mindslaver isn't in my deck, so they can't get it off Conti. So unless wait, is this creature? For an artifact or a creature card, yeah, so it's not. I'm just gonna plus. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. We should be in good shape now. Get an island. Maybe I am supposed to Stone Rain them and keep back Fencer. That might be better, but then they have a removal spell and then, you know, whatever. Now too, if we just draw like Wildfire, it should just be the game regardless of what they get with Gonti. They can kill Nahiri if they want. I probably should have left Fencer back. I don't know. I feel like attacking with Fencer there might have been not necessary. So we don't know what they got. But if I could draw, what's it called? I would love to play it. Yeah, I think I should have kept Fencer back. That's okay. Or they're not attacking? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to kill Nahiri. Oh, they're attacking Karn. Oh my god. That's not what I expected. Hopefully, we're gonna vote for Homage. We'd like to draw an additional card. I'm gonna start by looting. And discard Azorius Signet, I guess. Yeah. Draw land. So none of these cards are Wildfire, which is what I wanted. Honestly, I think I'm supposed to get rid of one of their lands here. Maybe not, because they Gaunted first and then they attacked Karn. Like, they're afraid of Karn. What could they have taken that would be bad? Gideon would be a reason to... No, because I could just exile it next turn. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in my deck that would be that bad. I think I'm just pulsing Karn. I'm pretty sure we're going to be just fine. Now we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Solemn. Don't think we want to use his ability. I would not like to deck. Don't have a ton of cards left. Oh, that's actually a great point. I would like to restart the game, probably. What do they get rid of? Fiend Kira? Oh, yeah, we would love to. Just gonna do that. We kind of want to protect Karn, actually, now that I think about it, because we don't... I didn't realize we had 5 cards in our deck. That's, like, not where we want to be, because I don't really want to Carnage go for Corsa Portal, so... And they can actually force it, so I kind of have, like, 2 more turns. So I either need to ult Karn or I need to kill them in 2 turns. So this is actually, we get to ult Tezzeret next turn, which is a lot of damage because we have some artifacts in play. So we'll see what they do here. They're thinking. I think this is kind of a hard turn. That's what they're attacking. I think I need to protect Karn to try to ult him. Pretty sure I double block Gonti because if I block Stone Coil or Baleful Strix, they can just... And so this puts him at 9, and then he goes up to 13 next turn. I'm working with basically +8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to block. We can attack them for 15 next turn. 15. And then 4. We can also just exile. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to let this go. Because we want to animate Solemn next turn pretty bad. This does put us further away. 15 plus 4 is lethal, so they actually need... Huh, that's actually pretty bad. If they take our Corsa Portal, actually, that would be lovely. Oh, yeah, they're just going to mill us. That's pretty bad. That's probably the game. Actually, no, we win here. Yeah, we actually just won. Because we can Karn minus. Yeah, I think we just won. We can Karn minus, kill Emery, animate our 2 artifacts. Wait, that's only 10, 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. We don't just win here. I think I have to go for how much. We lose next turn, though. So they can haste, maybe? No. You can get rid of their blocker. I think we Nahiri minus on Coercive Portal. After we attack, though. We do this. We... Is it worth exiling? We exile... Maybe this is wrong. Yeah, I think this is wrong. I think I was just supposed to exile Emery, animate, play 2 artifacts, and the next turn maybe try to ult him. I don't know. We can also just minus on Dak. I think I like that better. We're definitely animating. We're minusing on. No, this gets us more damage, right? Because then they block 5. We exile here. No, this gets us more damage doing it this way. This gets us 1 more point of damage, so hopefully it's relevant, and I'm a Galaxy Brain genius, but we'll find out. Attack Dak, they take 12. I think we're going to be just short, honestly. Yeah, I think we lost. That Dak plus was brutal. And now we get to exile Coercive Portal. I should tap this for mana first. No, please. Yeah, I don't know what card I have in my deck that lets me win next turn. But if we draw it, I'll win. I didn't realize my thing was getting so low. Again, if they didn't Dak, though, we would have been just fine. Demonic Tutor. I have nothing, so go for it. I don't see a world where we win. We're missing a red source from going like Wildfire into Needle Spire, but maybe that's how we win. But oh wait, it's optional to draw, right? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I think we're 2 damage short, which is brutal. We're actually 2 damage short, I'm pretty sure. We'll let it go. Karn is dead. If we literally have like a lightning bolt, I think we'd be able to do it. Why? Oh, they already control a snake. Oh, they just lost. Oh, that's so tragic. They just lost. Wow. That's brutal. Oh, that's so brutal. I'm so sorry to the opponent. So if you didn't know, Ophiomancer during each upkeep gives you a 1/1 black snake if there's no snakes. The way the card works is it's like you only get 1 until that snake token dies and you get another one. But because they control Stone Coil, which actually is a snake, they didn't get another 1/1 to block with. Yeah, our opponent realizes it too. If they just didn't attack our Karn, they would have been just fine. But I've thrown games. Oh wait, no, they're still fine. Never mind. They can just block our 4 power. We still just lose the game. But that's still not what they wanted to do. So, unfortunately, Nahiri only kills it if it's tapped. So we couldn't Nahiri. Yeah, that's just game. Me talking like I won. There's no way I could have tapped artifact or tap. Yeah, their creature wasn't tapped. We didn't have a way of tapping it. If we had like ice, but then we would draw off ice, so that would be bad. Yeah, we just lose. All right, well, I literally went 1 and 2, which is worse than normal. So maybe I should just never make another video ever again. I think that's the solution here. I think that's what I learned. But honestly, I feel like our deck wasn't even that bad. I feel like I played the best I could. I don't know. It could have went either way, but if there's another one, I'll see you then, and if not, play Vintage Cube is fun. You should play Vintage Cube. It's cool. Anyway, see ya.